Hello out there, all you wonderful people. This is Andre, the Game Idea Guy. Thank you once again for lending me your time and your ear and listening into another Gamer's Thoughts video. And this time I'm going to be talking again about Nintendo Labo, where they just released a few videos earlier. They kind of did the general overview video, and then they did the variety kit and the robot kit specific videos separate of that. And they've just shown me once again and shown other people the very things that I said when the first Labo video dropped, that you can use it to make a lot of things. And then they even went in deeper depth than what I thought that the kit was even set up for, which is awesome. A lot of the kit, especially with the variety kit, a lot of the stuff that you can do with it is create your own stuff along with it. Like with the piano, you can create your own songs and rhythms and things. And I wish that Nintendo Labo had like an online server set up so that people could like share their music and stuff online and let other people download it and play it. Like just have a thing where you can just have like the Switch and have the game cart or your download set up, like basically have the game running, and you can go online and check out other people's creations. I wish they would do that. Like, that would be so cool to do that. Like, especially for kids who, and yes, I'm a big kid at heart. I would be on there too. But like, especially for kids, they can share their stuff with other kids, and they can get feedback and stuff from, like, that would be cool. And that's kind of why I wish they would have never killed off Miiverse, because it would be perfect for this. But whatever, they did it. It's too late. Then there was the motorbike thing, like, and I was looking at that, I was like, dang, that's just okay. Like, you can create your own tracks and stuff. Like, you can use, like, you have a scan, like, basically using the right Joy-Con with the IR camera, you can turn it into a scanner and like scan something, and it will make hills on like in an arena area or a stadium based area in the shape of that object, or objects, depending on what you do with it. Like, because you could just line up a bunch of stuff together and let it make random hills if you wanted to, or taking, I guess it would be the left Joy-Con and like the little motorbike thing that they made for it. And basically from that point, you use that to set up your track. So you could literally design your track while playing with a toy. I like that idea. Like, I like that concept. So you can basically make any wacky track that you wanted to. Like, you can do all of that from that singular controller and just looking at the Switch, the screen of the Switch. Like, that's cool. Like, and then you get to race those tracks. And again, I wish that there was an online server for this. I wish that this was online, because it doesn't look like it is. I'm assuming it's not. I mean, they could come out and say, oh yeah, there's an online component to these and all that stuff later. But right now I'm going with the assumption that it's not, because it's more designed for children and sharing in person is what it seems. But having an online sharing system for this, again, would make it awesome. Like, you'd be able to play other people's race tracks and stuff like that, and race against other people on those tracks. Like, and they're doing with that what I want them to do with FZero. That's even worse. like come on, Nintendo, do this. Put FZero out and do this with it. Oh man. Then they had the RC thing, which that in and of itself is kind of nice. But like, I never really looked at the way they had it set up, but treating it as an RC car. I thought of it more as like I guess I looked at it more like it was a bulldozer type thing. But I mean, I could see how it could be a car if you designed it right and you put the right stuff with it. I could see how it would be a car. And then you basically do physical custom designs on your own little cars and stuff like that, and you can use the Switch to actually play against other people and challenge them against each other, like kind of like you're doing chicken fights, but whatever, it's cool. The fishing thing, like, I'm not a big fishing game fan, but like what they did with the fishing game that's on Labo, like in the variety kit, I I like that. I like it. It's cool. And then you can design and put out your own fish. Again, an online sharing system, Nintendo. If you have not designed one for this thing, please consider it. Please consider doing it. Please put one in there. Because like the way this game is designed, it is so deserving of it. Like the way this, I guess I shouldn't even say game. I guess the way this creation studio is designed, it's kind of deserving of it. So, and then there was the Joy-Con, not the Joy-Con, the Toy-Con house, the Labo house thing. Like that's also kind of interesting. I like that. I look at that as kind of like a virtual pet with like mini games and stuff that you can do with it. But the way it works, and the way the pieces interact with it, like the pieces that you have to design with the cardboard. There's a lot of variety to this thing. And I think the price that they set it up for, when you look at it, yeah, the price is worth it. It's worth the price. It is worth the price of the $69.99 for the variety kit when you look at it that way. And then going into the robot, going into the robot kit. Oh man, and I saw when I was looking at that video, I saw so many things. I was like, there's potential for a Macross or Robotech game, depending on what you grew up with. There's potential for a Gundam game there. There's potential for Transformers. Well, you've got so many different potential video games out of this design, for the way this is designed, that oh gosh, man, it makes me both excited and saddened. Like I'm excited because they're showing that there are far more possibilities with games with the Nintendo Switch than people initially knew. And there's a lot more concepts out there that developers, if they are willing to take the risk, they could make. But to that effect, that's also something that disappoints me because I know it's not going to be fully utilized. It's not going to get fully utilized. But Nintendo might make some stuff out of it, and they might do, well, they're probably likely going to make more Labo kits. But nobody else is going to put in the effort, and I think that there are other companies with other IPs and franchises that could actually make very good use of this and make really amazing games if they would actually take the time to do it. But that's the problem. It's not likely going to happen. And that kind of disappoints me. But looking at the the robot kit, which anybody looking at that, is Project Giant Robot. Like, yeah, they probably aren't gonna say right out, oh, this is what we turn Project Giant Robot into. And then there are gonna be people like, oh, it's not Project Giant Robot unless they say so. Like, what if they don't say anything ever? Like, you're just gonna assume that they just rebuilt everything from scratch and didn't have something from Project Giant Robot in that game, even though you can kind of look at it and kind of see where it was going and what that became. Yeah, no, I'm not that naive. But no, like, everything is designed a very nice way. Like, you can literally use your the cardboard backpack, I guess, and once you have put it all together, you can change and design your robot to look how you want it to, manipulating the colors and stuff. I don't know if they have any sort of parts changing in the software. They probably do, but they didn't show that off, so I can't say for sure. I do know you can customize the colors to make your robot or your mech look the way that you want it to. So, hey, have at it. If somebody else also has the robot kit and Joy-Cons, you can fight against each other and battle your robots against each other. The only thing I wish that they would have mentioned or have included would be a mode for like multiple people. Say if you got like 4 people with 4 different sets, like you could have like a team wrecking crew destroy like a city or a massive island or something like that. Like there's a lot of things that they could do with that would be a lot of fun. And and it's basically, again, I think I said this before, it's taking the game and bringing it out to you instead of putting you in the game like VR does. So I guess you could call it reverse VR. It's not quite augmented reality because you're not bringing things into the real world. because you're using real world items. Like, but I guess, yeah, reverse VR would be a good way to say it. Like, it makes a lot of sense to call it reverse VR. Like, because instead of taking the player into the game world, you're bringing the game world out to the player. Which I think that's a bit more immersive. And augmented reality is more or less bringing things from the game out to you. So I guess it is a similar concept. You could, in a way, call it augmented reality, but I think reverse VR sounds better for it. It just makes more sense, logically speaking. At least that's my thought process. But like, you don't have to agree. Like, but I would love to get my hands on like a kit like right now and just be playing with it. I'm sorry, I'm a big kid at heart. Like, there's no way in the world that something like that does not like draw my attention because of the creativity behind it, because of the things that you can do with it, and because it's so versatile. And this is using freaking pieces of cardboard. And I know a lot of people were making fun of it because you're playing with cardboard, but then you look at all the things it can do, and I'm like, playing with cardboard doesn't sound so bad when you can do all that. Sorry, it's just it doesn't sound so bad. Like, there's a lot of stuff that you can do. And again, with the robot kit, online, make an online mode for this, Nintendo. Please put an online mode in for this, because again, it's another game that is deserving of that option. Put in an online mode. Come on. I know it just sounds like I'm like trying to push for something they're probably never going to attempt to do with it. But it would be cool. The only thing I think that they're missing from the robot kit would be to actually make like a robot hand. Even though they got like the arm attachment things, if they did like a hand that like just had like fingers that you can put on, like put your fingers into while holding on to that little piece, that way you could actually manipulate the robot's hands. That would make it a lot better. And then you could do other things, like make the robot pick up small objects, well, maybe not small objects, but objects that are smaller than it, and actually manipulate them that way. And I'm pretty sure Nintendo probably thought about that, and they just couldn't think of a way that they could do it where everyone's hands could fit it. And that's probably the issue when it comes down to that. Oh man, there's just so much stuff I'm just thinking about, and this is like, that's like right on the top of my brain now. But they did a really good job with it, and like, and I'm looking forward to seeing how it turns out, and what other stuff they make with Labo. Like, cause they've literally made a platform within a platform again, because they did the same thing with Amiibo, and now they've got the Switch doing very well, and now they've got Labo coming. So man, they're just developing a lot of stuff, and people are going to take it for granted until they actually get their hands on it. But I'm done gabbing on and like gushing over how great Labo is looking and how fun it looks like it's going to be, because it does look like it's going to be amazing. So thank you guys very much for listening. Keep your eyes and ears out for more stuff from me, and until the next time, please enjoy your games and peace out.